Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I got these two wires and I'm going to show you how to use these two wires and a jump box to do your back electric parking brakes. So if you're doing rear brakes on a Toyota, Honda, Acura, Lexus, Honda Civic, Honda Accord, procedure applies, okay? There is a small little procedure. I did the brakes already. I made a video on that. This is a 2016 Lexus RX 350. 17 is the same, but I'm going to show you how to use this. Small little, I'm gonna show you what I did, but how I use this. But there is a procedure, so follow along on my video. You'll get the understanding of it. But other than that, you don't need a scan tool. You don't need no heavy equipment. You don't need to spend $4 grand like I did. But put that away. Let me show you what's inside the vehicle. Right here, you got your parking brake actuator right here. So every time you push that parking button, it goes, ee. This is what's activating. What I did was I disconnected this. You will see that in the video. It has 2 pins. If it has 2 pins, good. All you need is a positive and negative. And make sure you don't touch anywhere. Polarity, you switch it, twist it around. Just follow the procedure I like it. If it's going the wrong way, you twist it around. Got these brake pads in, as you can see right there. This is all done. And same thing for the Hondas, Acuras. It could be Honda Civic, Honda Accord. It could be Honda CRV, Pilot. Doesn't matter. But check this out. What's up, guys? I got this 2016 Lexus RX 350 right there. You can see. Don't buy a snap-on. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Snap-on tool, scan tool is sitting inside. I'll show you all that. It's sitting over there somewhere on the passenger seat somewhere there. It is not gonna work on this. This is a 2016. I bought the scan tool in 2017. Then it was updated. And bam, I'm still not able to command the brake system to do its job. Anyways, all I did was took off this connector by pushing on this tab here. And inside, you have 2 pins. So it's just 2 pins. There's no 3rd pin. There's no 4th pin. There's no 5th pin. So there's no sensors in here. So what I did was I put the ignition on and I turned off the brake system. So watch this. I'm able to spin. It's a little tight because 4-wheel drive, but now the caliper is released, but you're still not gonna be able to press that caliper. So 2 things you can do, okay? One, you could take off the 2 screws, the Allen screw. There's one here, there's one in the back. Take off this whole actuator and then turn the piston, the thing inside to push this, compress this piston. Other than that, you can use power, but you need to understand if the motor is spinning and engaging the brake, that's one thing. It's pretty much engaging. How can you tell? If your brake is engaged, you're not gonna be able to turn this no more. All you need to do is switch the polarity and till you hear the motor go zzz, it stops, okay? And that's it. That's how simple it is. So I'm gonna set up some wiring system over here and we're gonna try that. Okay, boys and girls, we got the negative lead, positive lead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up my camera to the stand right here and we're gonna work on this together. Okay guys, so here goes nothing. So we're gonna take this positive and negative. I'm gonna give it a small little touch. So I think I'm going the correct way because it kept on going without stopping. It should have stopped already immediately. Let me try to engage the brakes. I still should be able to turn this guy. Okay, it's still turning. It's still turning. I'm gonna switch the polarity. Okay, I think I did not switch the polarity. So let me just go. There you go. Brake is engaged, guys. Brake is engaged. Ooh. Now what I'm gonna do is switch the polarity back. So I will put a positive and negative, change the color on these wires. This is gonna be my tool from now. This is the real snap-on right here, boys and girls. Real snap-on right here. And I think that should be enough. If there's any issues, I'll come back. And once even the caliper's off, I'll continue that. Anyways, we got this going. This caliper should be able to compress. If I can't compress it all the way, we're gonna go further. Right now, the brakes are released again. Okay, so positive, negative, negative, positive, switch the polarity. Very important. You do need to calibrate this once you're all done, okay? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do one brake, and then we're gonna go inside the vehicle, and if you're gonna do something, okay, meaning pretty much put the brakes on off a few times, and that should be good. All right, again, this is Lexus RX. Okay, it's turning inside like always. You're gonna get a wrench for that, or a vice grip. Hey, one thing got a vice grip because I'm gonna just hold this simply, and okay, let me adjust the vice grip. Wrench is not gonna go in there, okay? So vice grip should be fair enough. Okay, it's not tight enough. Alright, looks like it's coming off. There you go. And we are gonna tighten this to 27 foot-pound. You're not gonna see me do that part. I just wanna get it up to the point where I am able to change these brakes without thinking the snap-on guy. And I'm calling the snap-on guy also, okay? We're gonna get to the bottom of that. Part 2. Wait for that video. I'm gonna take off this top bolt, same thing. So take off both caliper bolts. Alright, it's spinning. Let me tighten up on my vice grip. How you gonna sell me a snap-on scan tool? And I like the tools, no problem with the tools, but that scan tool, they gave me bullshit several times. I've been ignoring these brakes. You guys probably have never seen a brake pad job with these electric brakes, except a Jaguar. I worked on a Jaguar. I do have electric brakes on a Jaguar. Ripping people off. Updated my scan tool. Still doesn't work. Every time I get a customer, yeah, come sure, sir. I got the state-of-the-art scan tool. Oops, I can't do it because my scan tool is not compatible. Screw you. That's what they tell me. Screw you. They don't come back to me ever again. All right, so we got the caliper off. Everything is so tight because there's no room. I don't want to kill that cable, but let's get in there. We're gonna compress that piston now. Let me go get my compress tool. All right, so got my compress tool here. You could use a C-clamp, but I wouldn't suggest because you do have this little guy. All right, you can even use your fork or screwdriver while it's on there and fork it. But if you have this type of compress tool, watch this. Okay, it stopped there. I guess the motor has to go more further. So let me hook up my scan tool. Screw me, scan tool. Let me hook up my battery to the pack, and I got the connector right there. If I go the wrong way, you're gonna see this piston come out. That's what I was talking about. Reverse the polarity. Okay, so got everything back. Cannot touch each other, okay? Because they're gonna shoot spark. Okay, you know what? It's still going back. Let me do the wrong way so you can see how this piston comes out. Let me do this the wrong way. You see that? We don't want that. We don't want that. So let's go the other way around. Whoa, spark. Okay, let's just keep compressing. Let's go more. We need to go more. Okay. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. It's a lot of winding, and all those winding, it only goes about a tiny bit. That's why it screams every time you try all that crazy stuff with the brakes when you engage and disengage. Let's stop there. Let's give it a try. All it is like a window motor actuator. When the window stops, it cuts power off. That's all it does. Oh, you see how at the end it did some crazy mechanism there? We don't want that either. I don't want to kill that boot. Okay, it's back. I'm gonna fix that up. So that's how you're gonna do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is put my angle wheel already. We'll call the snap-on guy next. We're gonna pop up this brake pad. And this brake pad. And notice both of these brake pads have the brake wear indicator sensor down below. So we're gonna get the new pads and put the brake wear indicator sensors down below. Okay, so what you wanna do is take the brake pads, just see how they're gonna go, just like that. You're gonna take this sensor, it's gonna come in a package, smack it on. Got the second sensor, smack it on. A lot of people won't put this on, but there is a function for this. One, it's gonna tell you when the brake pads are finished, it's gonna squeal like that. Second, it also helps the brake pad sit in there properly so you don't have some type of noise. If you want to replace the hardware, you can, but this looks pretty good. I'm not gonna touch it. Let's put the brake pads in. There you go. If your brake pad doesn't go in that easy, that means you have to hammer it, and you don't want that. That's a bad idea because you're gonna jam up the brake pad. What you would do is file a little bit here in the corners here, and that should make your brake pad go in nice and smooth. You can see my other videos. I do that all the times. Look at that. You see that? It's like butter, in and out. We're done there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of lube here, a little bit of lube there. Check your slider pins. This is a pretty new car, but these are nice and good. We're not gonna touch that as well. Let's take some lube, a little bit of lube here, a little bit of lube right there. We're done there. Next step, we're gonna take our caliper, bring it back on. Very simple. Just don't stretch the brake line, the hydraulic line, and your caliper should go on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the two bolts in here and I'm gonna lock them up. So, and I am gonna torque them to 27 foot-pound, and I'm gonna double check 27 or 29, and I'll let you know. Most likely it's gonna be 27 foot-pound. So let me come back, and once that is done, this should be all set, and then we're gonna retract the caliper back to the position where it locks the brake, and then we're gonna push it back a little bit. All right guys, all done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come back up here and we're gonna fire up this caliper to retract the back. You can pay attention to the piston inside. Okay, got my positive and negative here. Let's not try to touch anything so we don't have a spark like earlier. Let's touch that there. And we have locked up the brakes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reverse the polarity and we're gonna disengage a little bit. So we are able to move this guy. And we're gonna leave it there, and you're all done. Even if you don't want to do this step, the computer will do it for you. It will disengage and engage, and you have to go inside, do the brake caliper, put the brake on, off a few times, and that should be it. So this is all set. Brake is not disengaged. The other side, brake is not engaged, so as the other one is not engaged. Put the connector back in, bada bing, bada boom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the car back down, and we're gonna test it. Alright guys, so earlier we changed the brake pads here. Now it's time for us to go inside. Oops, it is pretty high. And we're gonna close the door. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the car and accessory. We're gonna put the brakes on. Put the brakes off. Put the brakes on, off, on, off. That's all you're gonna do. So right now the brakes are off. You're gonna put the brakes on. All right, it's gonna give you a park So what we're gonna do is, let's start up the car. So we have no lights, no check engine light, no nothing. Tire pressure light is on because I do got tires dismounted over there. Let's take off the parking brake. It's off. Let's shut off the car. The parking brake are off, okay? So when I originally started doing the job, what I did was I put the parking brake off. Remember I showed you how I was able to turn the rotor before I even started the job. So what I'm gonna do is, I am gonna go outside. So everything is good, everything looks good. No issues here. So we should be able to spin this guy. You see that? It's moving, but I don't have too much force. Perfect. Thank you for watching, guys. That's how you're gonna do brakes on Toyota, Lexus, Hondas, Acuras, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, every single car out there. Screw that little guy over there. Snap on. Screw him.